It's
Crowder.
always gotta be jimmying with something, don't he?
Me.
Always gotta be
Yeah,
fiddling.
it's just your childish ways.
I just turned the fan off and it fell, you fuckers.
It's just childish ways.
Fucking cockasses.
Oh yeah, that's why you gotta unplug it.
Whatever.
We love him anyway.
Y'all can both eat a dong.
Eat a dong, Shirley. Fuck.
Yeah. Okay.
Marker.
Camera one. Good. Good boys.
Shouldn't we do it at the same time though?
No. Nope.
Doesn't-
It gives me
doesn't
3
matter.
spikes, and I line up 3 videos, so I don't have to backtrack. So I watch my camera, line up the spike, then I can just go to the next camera and line it up. I don't have to back it.
I love that.
He's still new at this. Oh, he didn't like it.
I'm a borderline pro already.
Easy there.
I made an incredibly well edited and professional looking jerk off video the other night.
Beautiful.
Who'd you send it to?
Go ahead and tell us about it. This is a beautiful first topic.
No, this is not a topic. This is
Because
not.
I feel some tension. I ain't gonna lie about it. I feel some tension.
There's no tension.
Like if I'm in the middle of the scale, I feel some tension right here.
I like to joke about it, but I think it actually makes him feel like it's a real thing.
Yeah, well, it is a real thing, Crowder. So what's up? What happened?
Nothing is happening.
I
They
still
didn't say
feel.
a fucking word.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. Them boys are shooting. Let's start talking about the fucking garden.
Talking about buying another Mustang.
Welcome to the Blest Boyz Podcast. My name's Crowder,
I'm Andrew.
Trevor.
and we are here to give you your daily or weekly or bi-weekly days. I'm sorry.
This.
And we are here to give you your daily, weekly, or bi-weekly dose of host shit.
No, you can't cut that out.
I won't.
Okay. Thank you.
Because we real.
It's good to see you. We're back in this hot ass garage again because
Happy to be here.
our boy Trevor here won't put us in an AC unit. He wants to be an HVAC man Monday through Friday, but god damn it.
On the weekends, it's a different story, isn't it? Man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I feel it.
You have to call Greenwood.
Yeah, I'm usually on vacation coming the weekends.
Somebody call Hiller. They know how to put a smile on your face.
We're 11 days away, though, from getting our unit shipped out to us.
This raises a big question that I've had that I've forgotten to bring up to you guys. You think it's going to be quiet enough to run while we do this?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's very important.
I mean, because we're right in front of it, too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or, you know, if it's gonna kick ass. I know a lot more than that thing does.
Is it
So at the very least, it'll fill the room,
Keep
and then you know it won't get bad until the end of the episode.
Yeah. When we turn it off, it won't be. The humidity will be taken out. And, when that thing gets turned off, you instantly feel the heat on
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
It ain't taking no humidity
No.
out.
No, it's barely doing its job.
But it does run really low decibel. It runs at like 35 decibels on medium. So, it would probably pick up.
Is this a measurement y'all actually? I mean, do y'all actually?
Also, Andrew, it'd be worth doing to set up a mic in here one night, and then try to gate it out and see where that sweet spot is.
Yeah.
Well,
Because
for
it
sure.
has a thing, basically a whisper quiet mode.
Yeah.
That's why people put them in studios and shit. They can run them. I mean, you know how Matt sounds in the control
Right.
room.
Yeah.
You can't
Sure.
hear it.
He didn't turn it up. Well, we're also not.
I
not
know.
really
I
tracking.
got froze out. I ain't gonna lie about it.
Yeah.
I was freezing my ass off.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good goddamn.
But
unit.
that's a lot more sealed room. We need to seal this off a little bit.
We need to get we found these things. It's a fucking
Oh my
pack
God! Hell yeah,
for
dude.
180.
It'll close all those panels up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's important.
That will help
That's a lot of.
tremendously.
That is a lot
That's
of it.
where a lot of it's going.
But you can look around and see some daylight poking through here and there.
Yeah.
It's just extra lighting.
Yeah, I'd love to, rent out or buy another space entirely that we can dedicate to just this stuff and music. But
Who makes that kind of money?
yeah,
This isn't good for you.
it's great. It's just becoming more and more and more cluttered as
This
we
kingdom that we've built for
as
you.
we go along. We also should probably do a real good old fashioned yard sale
Oh, this is. What are you talking about?
or dumpster.
Oh, what are you talking about? Selling?
Not anything we fucking
Which
use.
way are you looking?
But those goddamn road cases don't need to be in here, and ain't nobody touched them once ever.
Hey, let me tell you something. They make for good
All the
storage.
random ass little knickknacks and shit can go.
That's my good stuff.
I tell you what we need to do. We need to do a complete revamp in here.
Get these bikes out of here.
I'm ready to sell mine, actually.
I was about to say
Everybody's talking about selling their bike.
Yeah, I think it's time.
I was about to suggest we go in half seas on a storage unit and keep them in, but I guess I'm gonna be living to ride, riding to live alone.
No, you won't.
I don't know. Honestly, I just want to use the money for extra studio gear.
I feel that. There's more bikes out there.
Well, that's just my first bike. It's not my forever bike. It's not the bike that I necessarily want.
But you're not talking about buying another one. You're talking about selling that one and leaving your boy hanging.
Well, I mean,
This guy don't.
I'll get another bike at some point.
This guy don't run the roads with me.
I'm working on it.
Even when it was active and live, you bailed on me.
My
Constantly.
back tire is gonna kill me.
Who got you a back tire?
I haven't found anybody to put it on.
Your boy did. I saved your life in a way, but you
Well-
swatted away my hand. It's as if he's hanging off a cliff, and I extend my arm, and he
I
goes,
think the band got me a back tire.
no,
Even though you helped me.
no, I bought it. You paid me back, but I got it.
Did I?
Hmm.
Yes.
Damn, I'm a good friend.
Oh, did you pay me back? Is that what you're asking? I'm not sure.
I think I did.
Now that I think about it,
I'm sure.
Now that I think about it, you did not.
There's a couple weeks where I handed Crowder a couple $100, and then I started thinking, wait, I think I gave him like $200 extra. It's okay.
That-
Probably owe you for five.
I don't
more
think that
$100.
ever happened, but I will admit there were a couple of times where I was, let's say, not myself, and I'd come back the next day and request you pay me back for the money you paid me back yesterday for.
I do remember that being a thing.
Oh, it's funny.
So what's on the agenda today, my dudes?
Well, we have the AIC show coming up, which by the time that this is gonna probably air,
Well, after.
it'll be well after,
For sure.
which is gonna be the 23rd of July at the Grove in Kentucky. We've been working on an Alice in Chains tribute set, and that's what we've kind of been putting our time into lately. Here in this
It's a lot to do
hot motherfucker, yeah.
to
it
get
is.
four dudes on the same page with the same songs in a short amount of time. Now it's a short amount of time because we shoot ourselves in the foot always, and we don't practice till the last minute. But
The other two bands have really been cracking
Putting
down
it
on
in,
these songs.
absolutely.
Like,
that's why they're gonna whip our ass.
Yeah, I know. I was telling, who was I telling? I was telling Glasswalkers. What?
I was about to say, let's say who's gonna be. Let's shout out who's gonna be on the show with us.
Yeah, for sure. So Glasswalkers is going to be, Glasswalkers is covering Soundgarden, and they're actually going to be doing some Audio Slave stuff. The Sick Bats is covering Nirvana, right?
I love that we're calling it plural, by the way.
What?
Glass walkers and sick bats.
And sick bats.
I do that with everything.
Is it
now.
not?
No, it's just they are glass walker and they are sick bat, but
Dude,
we're gonna call them
dude,
glass
I'm sorry.
walkers.
Dude, the sick bats know about the whole COVID.
Oh, yeah. That's probably where it came from.
Maybe.
Yeah, so I was, if this tells you how bad we are, this was probably 3 weeks ago. I haven't even so much as decided on a set yet. And I was telling a couple guys in Glasswalker, sorry guys.
The glass walkers.
I was like, yeah, we probably won't practice till like the week before or so, or 2 weeks before. And they was like, dude, there's no way. I'd be so nervous.
That's what Trey said to me. He said, y'all don't even have a set yet? He said, dude, I would be a fucking wreck now.
We like to live on the edge, don't we?
Well, it keeps me in the moment.
By live on the edge, I mean procrastinate like a motherfucker.
Well, it's just we have so much shit going on.
This weekend, the Glass Walkers and the Sick Bats playing down at your local Walmarts.
With the Kiss Kiss Bang Boys, and then next week they'll be at the Kmarts.
What's up? What's up?
Next to the Roses.
What the fuck is up, Kmarts?
Remember Roses?
Yeah, there's still a Roses off Russellville Road.
It's not there no more.
Yeah, it is.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That's absurd.
Tried to go in
I
there the
remember
other day.
specifically as a kid one time going in there and finding I loved the Bash and Brawlers wrestlers.
Oh yeah.
I think I had 2 Stings. I had a DDP and a Hulk Hogan and a Macho Man. And then I went in there one
Damn, how much
afternoon.
money did y'all have? My parents had to put one on layaway.
Listen, this was over the span of years, okay? And a lot of them come from yard sales.
Oh, you had that thrift store bash them. Already been bashed.
Yeah, that's why I had 2 Stings, I believe. But I found a red and black Sting, right? He just joined the Wolfpack at Roses. Parents wouldn't get him for me. Told me to go fuck off. So I was like, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to hide this son of a bitch so nobody else can get it.
Did you steal it?
No. I hid it in the store, though, so no other kid come across it.
I used to do that.
And I'm like, I'll come back for it.
Back.
Yeah, I'll be back. Go with Christ.
Stay right there.
But it never happened. Never come back.
Never.
Hell, that Sting might be there today.
We had to work at Roses a couple times, and they have dog shit appliances.
Oh, man. It's like OSB board.
All of their toasters are like Disney themed.
Oh, dude. If a feller's on a budget.
It's great. Yeah. That's where you should get your desk from if you don't give a fuck about your shit.
I sure don't. I sure don't.
Like when we would put shit together at Lowe's or something, every single screw was critical, right?
Hell
Because
yeah.
of each,
Maybe I don't want that desk.
But
Y'all put them
Roses,
together.
I'd be pulling like 5/16 self-tappers out of my bag and saying, fuck it, and just shooting it together because like they wouldn't even send the right screws with it. And half the time my shelf would be like this, and it wasn't because of us. It was just, well, dude, what about that fucking Roses in, where's it, E-Town?
Oh, isn't
Talk
there one in
about
Nashville?
going back in time.
Wow, really? Dude, I'm glad you brought that up. This fucking place, the Roses in Elizabethtown, yeah, straight out of the 60s or 70s.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
You are just a nightmare for audio. look at that. That hurt him so much.
so the 60s.
For you
or
to be the
70s.
audio guy of this podcast, you think.
No, that's not.
Anyway, go on. Sorry.
So, like, they built this place once. There has not been any renovations. There has not been any.
They ain't even painted the goddamn walls.
Everything's yellow.
Yeah, from where people probably used to smoke in that motherfucker.
Right.
You know?
I remember them days. Are y'all old enough?
Oh,
to?
yeah.
Not places like that. No.
We go out to eat somewhere,
Oh yeah.
and my dad would just light up a cigarette when he got done right there at the table, and there was ashtrays on the tables.
Yeah.
It's wild, like it's crazy that that was the case. It just seems like a million years ago now.
Yeah, it does.
Smoking or non-smoking?
Well, Trevor. So where Trevor got them little chiggers from them termites, leg mites. You know what I'm saying?
You tried so hard.
So where Trevor picked them up from is actually, that's my hometown, right? Nortonville, Kentucky.
The Roses?
Yeah, it
those are Nortonville mites, bro.
Might as well be.
Oh yeah, that's awful.
And so,
We're gonna get a good picture of him, and I'm gonna throw it up on the screen for everyone to enjoy.
I got
Oh,
you.
you already got it? Okay, good.
so they went and ate at this Cat's Den, right? So it's a little restaurant joint. I grew up there pretty much.
What? That fucking eating there the other day was so funny. Go ahead. I'll tell you what happened. I think I already told you.
I don't think you did. But I'm just saying, like, that's where you always smoked, right?
The Cat's Den?
Mm-hmm.
Cat's Den, it's great, man. It's great. So you'd always, you smoke 2 cigarettes before
Get your cats in at the
the
Cat's
food.
Den.
I'm gonna ignore that.
Is this insulting you? I'm sorry.
Yeah, man. This is home.
I bet it's dope.
It's not. But it's all right. You know what I'm saying?
I'll
But
paint
anyway,
a picture for you.
you smoke 2 cigarettes beforehand. You get your food. You eat. You smoke a cigarette after. You bounce.
Put your
Right.
cigarette out in your apple pie, like on Inglourious Bastards.
Right. That's the only way to put one out.
Mm-hmm.
I ate there the other day because I had to go work in Nortonville. And I sent Andrew a picture. I said, look familiar. When I went in there, I ate there one time before with him and his family. We go in, me and Brad go in. There's one lady in there working,
Doing it all.
doing it all.
Doing it all, baby.
Miss Tammy.
Probably.
Was it the skinnier guy?
Miss Tammy got fired from running the PTA for embezzlement, so now she's got to work down at the Cat's Den.
There used to be a girl out there. Everybody called. I say we. Everybody called her Little Britches.
Yeah, this wasn't Little
Tiny.
Britches.
I'm certain of that.
This was, she was sweet. But I was sitting there about to eat this fucking burger,
Fuck.
and this goddamn fly. I was like, get the fuck
Oh,
out of here, bro.
I thought you found one in the burger.
No. The burger was great. The food's awesome. But this fly was relentless. And I kept fucking smacking it. And opposite of Lil Britches is behind the cash register. She goes, is that fly bothering you, honey? I was like, oh, it's fine. She said, there's a fly swatter right over there by your head.
She shot a blow dart out, caught that fly in the fucking wall.
Literally, I'm in a booth. I turn my head. The wall is right here. There's a fucking key holder hanger with fly swats on it.
Oh,
With rust on the handle.
they put fly swats out like they do napkins and
Yeah.
condiments.
Yeah.
it comes with the table.
Every table's got a fly swatter.
And I said, I'd be fucking damn. It was an old fly swat. It'd been
Well,
used
did
a lot.
Did you put that fly on the road to Damascus?
I grabbed that motherfucker off the holder, and he didn't come back. So he'd been there before. He knew.
Yeah, he knew the stakes.
But the burger was good. The food was great. If you're ever in Nortonville, where Andrew's from, go to the Cat's Den.
Nortonville, the Cat's Den.
Man, that's
Get
so
your cats in at the Cat's Den.
Fuck.
Get your
that's so
chiggers
funny.
in.
The thing is, man, I know exactly how I've done it. You know? Oh my God, that's so funny to me.
You know what's fucked up to me? Brad
Hey,
wore
drop your
shorts
shit.
that day.
You dropped your shit.
I dropped my shit. Yeah, well, I've lost my note piece of paper, but that's okay.
I got
Trevor's,
you right here.
Trevor's got one.
Brad wore shorts that day we worked there.
Bless his heart.
So when I noticed these, I thought of him instantly. I was like, oh, man, Brad's legs are probably fucked.
Nah.
I mean, I wear pants with long socks to work.
Yeah. Nothing.
Not a touch. And we were we walked around the vicinity together. He's like, I ain't never seen nobody get ate up like you do with shit. I'm like, I fucking know.
I haven't seen you get ate up prior.
Mosquitoes fucking tear me up.
Do they?
Yeah.
Maybe they like something about you.
Can't blame them. It
So-
must be because I can just sit and sweat no matter what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Can you see it?
I mean, I'm blind right now and I can see it.
I perspirate a lot.
Yeah, you do. Well, one time, you got up off the couch in the studio, and I took your seat, and it was like sitting on fucking charcoal,
Yeah.
like hot coals.
Must be all the hate in me.
Maybe, just boiling out. Well,
There's a topic we got to discuss again because in the last episode, I would have liked to have been more educated on the subject, but I wasn't. I wanted to be, but I just didn't know enough about it.
Well, I think I've definitely been doing my research.
Yeah.
A little bit.
I wanted to revisit the...
well, what concerned you with it?
Well, now I don't know. Because it happened.
Well,
This is how I wanted to talk about it.
good. Do you think?
Do y'all feel any different?
I've had actually 2
Yeah.
times I've had a Mandela effect, actually.
I feel much less.
Or a deja vu, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
I I feel like my patience with Andrew's ASMR noises is much less. You
Okay.
guys hear this, right? I hope you don't, because I'm gonna try to cut it out. But I'm talking about like a good month's worth of work.
Months worth of work to whoop this ass.
No, I don't feel any different. But doesn't this supposed to be over like a 6-month
Yeah,
period?
yeah, absolutely. So,
But nobody knew what was going to happen when they fired it up.
well,
Right.
that is true. But they had ran this machine up to half power before. That's whenever they was discovering all this groundbreaking shit, God particle, yada this, yada that.
Yeah.
So that they was just turning it up. But right, nobody knew anything about it. So at first, on the outside looking in, it's like, okay, now hang on a second.
All they knew was from the half-powered test, and
Right.
whether or not this is true, there was speakings of people who were around when that happened. They were having weird events happen to them, paranormal
Mm-hmm.
things were happening to them, having vivid, crazy dreams, waking up and somebody being in the room with them.
Yeah.
People who worked there. So
There was-
why the fuck turn it up?
One time there was there's also a story about
Wait, people in a room with them.
the energy, right? You feel when you ever felt
Oh,
like something.
they would feel that.
Well, they would
feel like someone's
they'd
in the
wake
room?
up and there'd be a ghost in the room with them, is how they would explain it. A bunch of paranormal things were happening to these people.
and
Really?
Yeah.
There's a story in that control room that lights were flickering, and then I don't know how many people were in it when this was happening, but the lights were flickering, and then something started typing up on the fucking screens.
I entirely regret not digging into this more.
That's when I dug into it. I was like, what the fuck?
We might have to stretch this topic over 3 episodes.
It's,
man,
yeah, it's gonna.
To be honest with you, like I know it was like a little social media fad for 2 days, but it was one of the most, and it is the most interesting thing I've ever like gotten into.
Totally.
It's like I can't get out of it. I still check on it.
No.
They're talking about opening up. You're talking about trying to fuck with a black hole on Earth. Is really what it is. And the lady who's over it, or over one of the bigger departments, she was like, people say that we're trying to open up a black hole. She's like, that's not what we're doing. Said it like that, and I'm like,
Meanwhile, she threw her kids into a portal and along with their birth certificates and all evidence of it.
Yeah, I mean, if there was like some sort of portal, because there is reports of. This is gonna sound insanely crazy, but you can't wrap your mind around this, and quite frankly, neither the fuck can I. But there's reports of miniature like black holes that have appeared.
mm-hmm.
Because, like I said, dark matter is all around us. So, and I believe that was at half power they were finding that shit.
Yeah.
According to CSI, it's dark matter and semen
Oh, it's everywhere.
everywhere.
I would argue that there's more semen in this room
Then dark matter.
than
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. You're just talking about harnessing and trying to control a power that we can't understand.
Sure. Yeah.
Stuff like that hasn't been done since maybe people like Tesla started fucking with it. And you seen what happened to him.
Elon? Elon opened a black hole to make cars?
Yeah.
Paranormal activity and stuff like that, stems from energy, correct?
Yeah.
Theoretically.
Theoretically, they think so.
And you've got one of the most powerful machines that creates energy
Yeah, exactly.
on the globe, all in like a 20-mile circumference or whatever.
Yeah, so, if that is truly how it works, they have all the energy they need to be able to manifest themselves.
Right,
Because
exactly.
the most conclusive evidence
You ever seen This Is the End?
is
Remember when that hole opens up
Yeah.
and then that...
yeah, gonna have a big red dick devil pop out of a fucking
Yeah.
porthole.
Look, bro, we need to be stocking up.
I don't think we could stock up enough if a devil
sure.
came out of a portal.
Fucking
Hey, I
Corbin's our
charge
Danny
it-
McBride. He shows up and eats all of our goddamn food.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Corbin would be Danny McBride.
Hell yeah.
I made this fucking beautiful breakfast for you. I don't know why you're so upset.
Oh, well, fuck, you so good. You love it.
I'd charge that motherfucker with a water pistol. I would. I'd do nothing but tickle him.
The word conclusive, I don't think is what I was trying to say. The best evidence that we have supports the theory that whenever, somebody sees or hears shit, electronics either malfunction or drain and electronics are the thing that they use to collect the evidence, like people can say I seen a ghost or this happened, but the best evidence is when someone has a picture of it or an audio clip of it. But like on Ghost Adventures, when they fucking start all the shit up that throws the particles in the air and gives them more energy.
That's its whole deal. That's what it's doing. The same concept.
Yeah, except this is in a
Just a minor
magnitude that's
scale.
just you can't comprehend.
Right. It's so interesting. I'm excited to see what comes of it because they were saying that they're expecting results and data from the first test in between 4 to 6 weeks. So how long these experiments take? Well, excuse me. Yeah, how long these experiments take, I'm not sure. But when you're talking about collecting and releasing data, I'm sure that it's not off the first experiment,
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
I'm sure there are multiple experiments. And of course, I don't know how long this kind of stuff takes either.
Yeah.
And it's CERN. CERN is what we're talking about.
It's so interesting if you're into astronomy, which I'm not, which I am. I just don't understand it. I don't understand anything.
And at the same time, we get our first images back from the James Webb telescope, which are fucking remarkable.
Amazing.
I spent like a good solid 2 hours the day that they come out. Like had them pulled up on a big monitor, like super high res, just mouth agape
Yeah.
in all, staring at them.
Did you read how many pixels it was?
I forget. Do you know?
No, I can't remember.
I think it was like 150 trillion or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And then it was comprised of like 7 different images or something. They had to compile it all together, I guess,
Right.
because something like that.
I think they have to do that with Hubble as well.
I believe.
Fucking mind blowing.
Yeah.
My father sent me one of the pictures or whatever, and he's like, "This looks straight out of a Marvel movie." And that's when I was like, "Fuck, it absolutely does."
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's the shit that you want it to look like, in my opinion.
And there was 5
Yeah.
galaxies. Is that what we could
5
see?
fucking galaxies, bro.
There's more than that.
That one picture is like a million.
Yeah.
But what was there was 5, like you could see our solar system, right?
No,
Which
this is looking out.
Yeah, which is something that I'm not really sure about. I'm not really. Are we able to see what in the past? This is what I cannot.
Apparently, that is how it works.
You know what I mean?
The time it takes, the distance is so far. The time is. It's just I don't know how the fuck am I supposed to explain it?
But the picture was of 5 different solar systems that you could pinpoint.
No. There's a million.
I know there's a million, but in the caption it says you can vividly see the 5 that we captured.
Maybe the bigger ones.
They're all
A
in
little
like.
closer.
Well, I'm gonna throw them up on the screen here.
I thought we were looking at ours.
The one in particular that I'm talking about, which, I'll know what I'm talking about. It's like you can just see millions of them.
Oh yeah,
millions of them
everywhere.
It's wild.
I had to stare at it for a minute to read the caption of what was going on. As you can tell, we're fucking idiots, but it looked like
It's
5 different galaxies that you could see right then and there, and obviously there was beyond.
It's the wildest thing to wrap your mind around.
This is actually, it's just amazing. It's incredible to kind of look at it. What I love is just the bending of light.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know what you're talking about though. 5 galaxies. I can't recall one of the pictures being like that. The one I'm really thinking of is like the one with like millions.
There's 5 stars you can see that look like.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
Show me, Andrew.
Within those lights, it's like that's their own suns, and there's different.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about this.
They're a lot.
See, I've been sitting here sounding like a fucking idiot for
those
5
are a lot
minutes.
closer.
Yeah, there's about 1 million galaxies in this picture, but those 3 or 5
observable.
They're a lot
closer.
closer. Yeah. And that's actually incredible. I didn't even, to be honest with you, I don't remember looking at this one. That is crazy. You see the suns, right?
You can see the gases.
That's so insane. What? Shut
it's
the
like
fuck
in
up,
each
bro.
individual solar
One
system.
sun, 2 suns.
All the gases and debris of the
3
galaxies
suns.
swirl together and make these beautiful colors.
I want to know what that big fucking North Star looking bitch is up there.
It's crazy.
And think about
Is that a supernova?
Well, I'm not a scientist, doctor.
Right. Yeah, it's lame. You're lame.
And
This is
people-
incredible, though, man. You are right. Everything that you hope to see, you are seeing it.
and people think that there's only us.
Yeah, and people are like, well, the picture's edited. Of course, it's fucking edited. You
Yeah, they edit it up and,
They have
and
to.
filter
And-
it and do
and
things
put
to
it together
yeah,
to make it to bring it out to show you what
show
you're
you.
looking at.
because you don't see that looking through a fucking telescope. It's data
Mm-hmm.
that they're getting and turning into an image for you to see.
It's fucking scary, is what it is.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah, I mean, you're really just along for the ride on a rock, ain't you?
Yeah, but in any fucking point in time, that rock can get.
Riding this bitch like a Bronco bull.
And in the vast nothingness of all that, it wouldn't matter.
And it would not matter.
That's what's scary.
It's crazy.
I mean, but you just can't. You can't do nothing about it. You can't. It's just a lot to think about. But you can't ever. It's just fun to think about and talk about because there's so many what ifs. I don't know, man. To be honest with you, finding if we ever got like 100,000%, if proof ever got released to
the masses.
yeah, then man, that would shake everything that I thought I ever believed in.
Yeah, I think that's the very reason why they don't.
Mm-hmm.
For sure, but I mean, fuck, I want to, I would rather.
You're actually okay with having your core shaken, though.
Because boom,
But- lot of
the
people
moment
aren't.
if you're not though, then is it really faith?
it's like like in the snap of a finger, the moment aliens exist,
Nothing
God
else
doesn't
does.
exist.
Well, I don't think
Not the
that's
God
true,
you
though.
know,
Not the God that
right?
people think they know.
That's where I'm at in my life. I don't necessarily think the God that I thought existed exists. I just
Yeah.
don't necessarily believe that anymore. But there had to be something. There's too much. There's too much from nothing.
Yeah.
Too much. Something
Something has to be in control of all that.
way beyond my
I
brain.
don't know. I feel like it's just happenstance, the right time, right place.
think
kind of
so?
thing. Yeah.
Hey,
And
if that's the case, right on.
And it's outrageous thing to think about, a crazy 1 in a billion shot, but it just happened.
Well, think about this too.
I once made a basketball into a hoop one time too, and that was literally
Probably the only
an
time.
equal amount
Yeah.
of chances that could have happened as human life.
You can't ball?
I used to be a baller.
I can't
Don't
ball.
lie about it. I used to get my shit swatted left and right, east and west. But I balled.
I was getting different things swatted.
I don't know. What I don't dig though is like I'm cool with whatever happening. I just want to know the truth. I just want to know,
Mhm.
like, I just do. But
Oh, too.
what I don't dig though is I don't dig people who tell people or mock people. I mean, everybody cracks jokes about every religion. That's just kind of how it goes. I mean, it doesn't matter who you are, but I just don't dig people who go, or you believe in God, well, that's fake, or you believe in, or you're atheist, well,
Mhm.
you're going to hell. whatever. It absolutely does not matter. Because who are you to take someone's crutch away from them? Because at the end of the day, that might be the only thing that helps that person sleep.
100%.
Or gets them through life.
And
You know what I mean?
nobody fucking knows.
Right.
Hell
And
no.
Faith is just a guess. Faith
Yeah.
is just a hope.
And-
And everybody should have it in something, but it don't mean fact.
yeah, right. And I don't put people down for I think certain religions are causing people to be shitty people.
100
Oh my
fucking
God.
percent.
But I'm a little envious of their comfort in knowing what comes after, because I don't have that.
Yeah.
Sure. Speaking on what you just said, man, we kill people in the name of religion.
I know it's
Kill people.
almost every war is ever based
It's
on
holy war. That's the biggest fucking moron I've ever heard.
Mm-hmm.
It's the biggest one. You kill people because of who they pray to.
These now that the women of the United States have lost their right to an abortion is purely based on
Religion.
Religion.
God damn, dude. I don't even want to get into it, but I think we can all agree when there's so much wrong with kind of shit that goes on that we could definitely move on from. I feel like we got a lot bigger problems than to be telling people what they can and can't be doing. You know
I
what
think
mean?
everybody
Ridiculous.
should stay out of everybody's fucking business on both ends, because there's so many things from the past that need to be reformed. I'm with you on that, but there's a lot of fucking things today that need to be reformed too, that are like a whole new way of thinking. It already needs to be reformed, but a lot of old shit does too.
Hell yeah.
As much as you want people to stay out of your business and let you live, you need to stay the fuck out of everybody else's business too. But
And if you want the world to ignore the awful, evil atrocities you committed in the past, you can't continue to do them now and expect them to be forgiven.
Yeah.
We gotta change.
I feel like there's too much shit. Like, I seen this movie the other day, a clip on Facebook. It was from a movie, and it was a new movie, and the movie was about African American family that lived in this suburb, and it was like a really nice fucking area, but the rest of the people were Caucasian, and they were extremely racist people. And I'm thinking, I'm like, I'm getting upset watching how these people treat this family.
Mm-hmm.
To the point where I'm like, man, it's fucked up. I can't wait to see the revenge scene. And then I start thinking, I'm like, why are we making stuff like this? All this does is just fuel fires,
Division.
negative fires on both ends of the spectrum, which to me, the spectrum's just fucking one. There's people, and let's fucking just do it. But that's not how everybody thinks, And I'm like, there's a lot of problems with shit like that with media and movies, and I sound like a 1975 person talking about how the media is controlling your mind. But it's true. I think,
Well, they feed you.
yeah, they're feeding and fueling the fucking fires of everything because I think they like to keep that shit alive.
You only
Religion
know
and all that shit.
You only know what they show you, I mean, think about it, man. Think about it. Whenever you open your phone, I mean, what's getting showed to you doesn't just pop up, It's
No.
for you.
It's
yeah.
the dumbest shit like I've ever seen in my fucking life. The news is now what I see on the phone every day. Something about fucking, what kind of britches Kim Kardashian's wearing. Why is that on the fucking front
Man,
page of a goddamn news website?
I've been seeing her a lot lately.
Who cares?
I agree. That's my exact thoughts.
What's our next topic?
I'm getting mad.
Yeah. What's our next one?
The next topic we have to talk about is a fucking really cool thing going on. And it is Pantera is having a reunion tour.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Walk on home. Pantera.
But the issue at hand is the metal community is torn.
I understand. I'm torn.
I don't think it's just the metal community.
I think music community in general. I've seen people that thinks this is atrocious. This shouldn't happen because obviously Vinny and Dime aren't there.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people have been, stating that this shit could have been worked out and done 4 years ago, or at least Vinny would have been there.
Right.
And obviously Zach Wild was always probably going to be the fucking
The guy, yeah.
the guy on the
Yeah,
spot,
for sure.
because I'm sure Dimebag would have. Well, everybody's sure Dimebag would have said Zach's the one who would do that. But now Vinny's not around, and people are like, "Well, this should have been done forever. Now just let it be." How do y'all feel about that?
Yeah, I agree. I think it's quite a slap in the face.
Oh,
Do you?
To people.
1,000%.
It's also a big time money grab. You know, now they don't, whatever was keeping them from doing this while Vinny was alive, now isn't an issue. So now they get to avoid that problem and then go make their money on a big comeback tour without the flack and the friction from who, how, I don't know, I don't know the beef, but
Right.
if there was any, but obviously something was keeping them from doing this.
I didn't think about that.
And
Yeah.
it's just a little bit of a slap in the face to Diamond Vinny.
Vinny, I definitely see the disrespect, but at the same point in time, a couple things here. There's something beautiful about. As bad as I hate it, and would hate to admit it, there is something almost cool to me that I'll never see that band live. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That was not that was. I mean, that was before my time of catching music. You know? And it's like, shit, man. I always would love to see. I mean, you get to see YouTube videos and stuff like that. But now, as a fan, it would be dope to see him. Absolutely. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Watching Zach Wild play guitar, that's worth money in itself. Get to see Phil, and get to see Phil. You know, that's worth money in itself, in my opinion.
Having fucking Rex there playing bass,
Absolutely.
there's nobody that could replace
Definitely
him.
worth money in my opinion. So I mean, I'm gonna try, do my damnedest to go see it.
Maybe they could release a video explaining everything, and it would make everybody feel better.
Sure. Yeah.
Maybe they'd be like, well, when Vinny was still alive, we had talked about this, but because of the Hell Yeah schedule and all this stuff, we just couldn't make it happen at the time. And
here's why we're doing it now.
Here's why we're doing it now. Maybe.
But I feel the same way about talking about it being something you'll never see. Is a little bit of makes it a little special. I feel that way about Zeppelin.
That's the number one that comes to me.
Right. So they're just missing Bonham, which has been fucking decades. But I wanted to see Zeppelin in their fucking prime,
Yeah.
And it's just right now in my head, there's not something feeling that Zeppelin live void other than, live videos and stuff. If I go and see it now, not that they're touring, they're absolutely fucking not, but I'm saying if the opportunity arises and I go see it now that space is filled with that show. And not
it's not a pleasing
the old
experience,
classic fucking shows that are there now.
Let me ask you this. What if they was going to, they already would have. But what if you got the opportunity to see them with Jason Bonham?
Yeah, I assume that's the way it would happen.
It would absolutely happen.
But it's the same thing. Yeah, yes, I would go if tickets were reasonable, but I'm not.
And the drumming,
I wouldn't die for it.
The lack of drumming wouldn't be a problem for me.
No,
because
absolutely
Jason
not.
Bonham's the fucking shit.
Yeah.
I think it would just be the way you picture Zeppelin isn't what you would
Right.
probably get.
That's what I'm
Sure.
saying.
And you gotta walk carefully on
It's a little
that,
different.
right?
And I don't want, what is taking that space in my mind now. I don't want to be replaced.
But
I was worried about that with Stone Cold. I was really worried
Whenever
about
he
that.
come back?
Yeah, but
yeah, I haven't. To be honest with you, I haven't seen. You talking about WrestleMania?
Mhm.
Is this post WrestleMania?
people,
Is he still
prior.
back or he's out?
he hasn't come back. But prior to WrestleMania, people were like, "Why is he doing this?
Yeah.
He's got a legacy to
Well, you
protect."
wondered, right?
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm worried about it too, because his knees were fucked up and everything. But he came back and they wrestled all over the fucking arena, and I was like, damn.
And they had a good match. It was a
Really good
an
match.
entertaining match.
Yeah.
Which, Stone Cold in himself always built up that character. Well, he built up that character to where, it was beautiful because a lot of the guys now have to pull little fast-paced moves to get the crowd engaged, right?
Yeah.
Stone Cold just look a certain way, just look to his left or right or raise a hand or whatever, and I'd lose my shit. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Still, he had such a way of just connecting with everybody, with the crowd, and relating. It didn't matter, it didn't matter anything. It didn't matter race, and it didn't matter what you thought. It doesn't matter anything. Nothing mattered. What mattered was when he come out, you wanted to fucking watch him. You wanted to see him.
Whatever he did.
Yeah.
His ring awareness, his psychology.
Absolutely.
He, all those years that he put into before Stone Cold, really, he found a way to kick that into high gear with that character. And then, fuck, man, it's like a workplace insurance. He's insured to always get a pop, always make money doing that, just because of how aware he was. And I don't know, I feel like a lot of wrestlers today, and it wouldn't be easy. I mean, thinking about, okay, let me create a character that hasn't been done, that's going to resonate with the audience, and it's going to get over like fucking Rover, and I'm going to be able to have a career out of it. That's a hard fucking thing to do.
Oh, absolutely.
Because anytime a character has done that, it seems like they've never had a plan of it. Like The Rock. Think about him being in the Nation of Domination, and he's getting booed and shit, and it isn't what they thought was going to happen. They thought people were going to like him.
Yeah.
But they didn't. And then just naturally, he evolves into this thing, and he's a heel. But people start liking the heel. Same as Stone Cold. Stone Cold wasn't supposed to be liked. Who knows what he thought was going to happen with that character, but it probably wasn't the idea he had of the character when he first started.
Yeah.
The crowd, he kind of just had to roll with the character as he went. Then something happened where that era of wrestling fans started liking the bad guy, and it helped them evolve those characters. It wasn't like they just, sketched that shit out and it happened.
They started getting over a lot more.
Yeah.
Right? You started really, started hating the guys that come in and started fucking up the baby faces.
Yeah.
Hell
yeah.
And which, as we know now, it's the same kind of concept of publicity, right? And so, I don't know, it just really threw him over. What I was gonna ask you, all the characters that really stuck around. And I mean, I would even say Kane probably has aspects of this. Taker had aspects of this. But it's funny that all the characters that really stuck around and, like, really won people over, really, like, exploded to the top, their character was pretty much just an extension of who they are.
Yeah.
It was, maybe besides Gold Dust, but damn, come on now.
Nobody else
Cut me a break.
Nobody else could have done it like
No,
that.
absolutely not. He killed that. But, Stone Cold, he always said, he was like, I see on his shows or whatever, people ask him, what was you saying in this or that and the other? And he was like, I was just talking shit. I was just ranting and raving,
Coming out and saying, you goddamn right, we're going to turn this motherfucker out.
Yeah. And he was always like, man, I was just myself. That's what that whole character was. And then, you even look at, like, Chris Jericho, he's considered to be the greatest, one of the greatest actually as of right now. The greatest. I can't even, But when you look at, like, over his career, he was always, even though he went through different characters, they were always just little versions of himself. The List, man, that was one of the funniest fucking things.
Funny as fuck.
And then he was doing this French Le Champion thing. Well, French Canadian, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it's also kind of got this little prissy side, and he's always kind of had that,
Yeah, he's the man.
It's so good. He's great. He's great.
I feel like it's harder now with Facebook and shit for wrestlers to do as a character or whatever. Because back then in the 90s when they were blowing the fuck up, there wasn't social media that made fans and people think they knew so fucking much about the inside of the business. But I think it's kind of becoming a big deal for them now. Speaking of French or Canadian, what about fucking our boy?
Coyote?
What about this?
That lying, no good sack of son of a bitch and ass shit.
Dude.
You mother of beach.
Man, that fucking rubs me wrong.
I'm actually pretty mad about that.
I feel stupid, too.
I don't.
I shared it like it was the changing of the seasons.
Too.
I didn't say nothing. I just shared the post because I thought it was interesting. I'm not, it is what it is.
Anyway, Coyote Peterson, he's a guy who does videos and stuff on YouTube, has a show.
Brave Wilderness,
where he goes out and finds these animals and insects and stuff, and teaches you about them and shows them off. And there was a whole series where he kept letting himself get stung by like the world's most painful stinging, biting animal insects. That was fucking awesome
for the kids,
right? But here recently, he come out and said that he found a primate skull, this huge ass primate skull looked like a Sasquatch
in British Columbia.
In Canada, British Columbia, the wilderness, and sold the shit out of it like it was legitimate.
Just pictures, right?
Right.
That's the first thing me and you noticed was just pictures.
And he, as far as I know, he was a very credible person.
Very.
So I took it at face value. And then an episode of his show comes out and he exposes the fact that it was bullshit. That was just a live casting or a casting of a gorilla skull enlarged.
But a week ago,
dicking around. Did he even say why he?
Kind of. A week ago, they made a video, and we just watched this video today before the shoot.
Yeah, this is freshly.
Thank God we watched the next one.
Painful.
But they made a video and even went out and did it like they showed the video of them finding it. And the other guys were like, no, call the game warden. We're going to pinpoint the GPS and we're going to leave. And he's like, I forgot my backpack. So he runs back and gets his backpack and puts the fucking thing in his backpack. And then goes to the airport and it says to be continued. That was a week ago. 4 hours ago, they released a video talking about how all that whole fucking 15-minute video, that whole fucking Facebook post they made, 2 weeks ago, sharing that they had found a possible Bigfoot. They were on a Bigfoot hunt. It was just for laughs. But then at the end, they're wearing a fucking shirt that's like, it says be wild or whatever the fuck they say on that channel. And he's like, we all want to believe in Bigfoot. We all still want to keep looking and stuff or whatever. He's like, but this was just a fun thing to do. I'm like, no, it fucking wasn't.
So the whole thing was a hoax?
A hoax. Because think about all the people that either have videos or pictures or experiences that people make fun of.
That's whack.
They come up and tell their story finally, and the reason they held it in for so long is because worrying that someone would make fun of them or say they're a liar. And then you come out with a fucking channel this big.
Right. You're just tugging on your testicle skin this whole time.
I can't help it.
Sorry,
I think
that was a little much.
I think it's bullshit.
Yeah, it's rubbed me the wrong way. Is cancel culture still a thing? Let's cancel.
Right, I haven't heard from them in quite some time.
Those are the motherfuckers that should be canceled. People who pull shit like that.
That's what canceling should be used for.
Yeah, I think we can all agree.
They even put a bullet hole in it.
I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Yeah. Does this mean that Does this mean Sasquatches aren't real?
It's the worst thing you could have possibly done.
Absolutely not.
Say it again. Start over. No, not that part.
Does this mean Sasquatches aren't real?
No, there needs to be clean. You can't go, what does this mean?
But you're not cutting anything out.
I'm about to.
I'm about to cut you out real quick if you don't get your act together.
You're gonna vanish from this whole fucking podcast.
Hey, buddy, you're a little out of control.
All right, start again.
I really would like that to be there.
So does this mean that you're lying?
Oh, does this mean that Sasquatches aren't real?
No.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
They're
No,
cave-dwelling, bipedal.
but it means I'm a gullible dumbass.
No, it doesn't. We just believed a good Christian-based man who makes videos for kids.
Who's to say he's a Christian?
We believed him because he's always been credible.
For sure. Whenever the credit card
Listen.
denies, how often do you use it after that?
Listen
Turns
here.
out he
Listen to
can't
me.
believe in nobody.
Listen to me here. Steve Irwin wouldn't have done this.
That's true.
No, he
Man,
wouldn't.
Steve's the OG. Let's take a minute for him. Steve's the OG.
Steve, love you, Steve.
And you would think that Coyote probably, that's probably a hero of his.
Oh, for
How
sure.
could it not be? What would Steve have done?
I feel
I'll
like
tell you what he'd do. He'd be rolling over in his fucking grave
yeah,
right now.
absolutely.
WWSUD.
SI.
SI.
You know,
I was thinking of Keith Urban. What would Keith Urban do?
I feel like anybody from all walks of life would have a hero in Steve Irwin.
Yeah.
From the streets of Brooklyn
To the hills of Tennessee.
Mm.
Proud
To
to,
the-
have.
From the cheese of Wisconsin to the crawfish of Mississippi.
Louisiana.
Have you ever watched that music video, Proud to be an American?
Have we?
Yeah,
I just watched I never seen the video before.
I still have a VHS copy
Are you for real?
somewhere. Go on.
I love how those kind of videos are shot, right?
Yeah.
Super.
At
And then
the
the time
dinner
period.
table.
Oh my God. That time period just had such a way with shooting awful videos. And we need to start
man.
shooting stuff like that.
Mammy showed up at the table with the scrapbook, and the guy's just singing the fucking song while they're having a dinner,
Right.
and then he waves at the end, gets
You
in
know,
his
you know,
truck.
you know, in real life, Mammy would be like, "You on drugs again, Tom?"
Can you keep it down? I'm trying to show these little girls some pictures.
I love at the end, he's in his truck. He's got the one arm out the door. He looks back, and he drives off. I'm like, that is 1993
Yeah.
music video shooting, and then they're all there, 25 of them. Did y'all ever have that happen?
I've never had anybody stand outside in a driveway and wave goodbye to me.
There goes Crowder.
Yeah.
There's been a couple of these.
Yeah.
If anything, I don't think that I would want to leave until they fucking. I think I'd make them to sit there and wait and wave at me
Right.
until they all got tired of waving. Well, there he goes. My brain moved an
Just
inch.
keep looking in the rear view.
What's the guy's name? I gotta figure it out.
Proud to be an American.
Mhm. Godwin or something? Greenwood. Lee Greenwood.
Lee Greenwood.
Yeah.
Go with Christ, Lee.
Hey, he's still out there getting it too. His Facebook has a picture of him.
Go with Christ and stay blessed. Lee
In
Greenwood.
front of the American flag.
I just typed in Lee Goodwin. Y'all gotta see this guy.
And I'm proud to be.
Andrew, can you not make sucky sounds in the
That's
microphone?
him now.
Thanks.
Ooh.
Looking like who did it and why with that damn.
Yeah, boy. You know, he's just slaying pussy everywhere he
Oh
goes.
yeah.
We'll show everyone. Send that to me, Trevor.
Proud to be an American.
What kills me is this railroad out here, this fucking tracks. They're not always cruising at a cool 50 miles an hour. Some of these motherfuckers are creeping.
Creeping.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they don't
Did
give
you
a
just fart?
no. I put my headphones on.
Did you hear that too?
Mm.
Unless one squeezed out with all the stress.
That's probably the seat. So anyway. Oh, it's the seat.
Yeah.
But some of these motherfuckers just creep, and then they'll sit there and stop.
Yeah. And hop out and go get them a McDonald's. Go get them a Mickey D's.
My
Anyway.
thing is they come through here at 4 a.m. in the hood, blowing the goddamn horn off.
Yeah, trying to get shot.
If somebody is standing on that fucking train track at 4 a.m.,
They deserve
they
it.
deserve it. Natural selection. Let it take
Yep.
its place.
Yep.
Yep.
Stop. There's houses everywhere, and
Let
you're
'em
blowing
go.
that motherfucker at 4 a.m. People trying to sleep. Not
Right.
everybody's going to work, but some of us fucking are.
Don't even worry about them. Let them cows get them.
Natural selection.
I've been
Didn't-
standing out there by that train before over at Ed Supply,
A little thinning of the herd, if you will.
and he'll wait till he gets right parallel with me.
That's a damn good horn.
Every time it hurts my fucking ears.
It's the most accurate sounding train horn I've ever heard.
What's next on the old list?
I
My
think that's
list of
pretty.
shit
I
to
think that's
do
pretty much our
today.
list for today.
That's the whole list?
We've been going an hour.
Yeah, we blew through it pretty good. We touched on some interesting, painful things.
Yeah.
And-
hard realizations.
And you know, this is going to be basically, I think, the third episode, right?
This is episode 3.
So we can't
If I can salvage it.
stress enough. Send us your topics, your email, anything you want to see us talk about, any questions you have,
So I want to say this real quick.
life advice, your mom's tits.
At first, these two boys over here were torn up because we wasn't getting no feedback and no questions and stuff. But I'm gonna let you know, there's not a single episode out yet.
That's what I said earlier.
So that's why we ain't
Nobody-
getting nothing.
You know, Facebook is.
It's just, I would just meant like it's weird. Like, you know, we can post. Trevor could post a picture of his butthole, and get at least fucking 20.
Well, no, we just bleached it. Hell, we double that.
25, maybe.
You know,
Double.
it's like Facebook's smacking that shit down. Facebook's algorithm is pushing us out.
So we're gonna have to start paying for our posting.
They want you to
Either
pay.
way, we just need to take a different avenue. Somebody share it from their personal page for a while until it starts to catch
Yeah.
fire. If
Because
it
right
does.
now it's just a
Oh,
it's a little baby, a little
seedling.
balled up fist, golden
boys,
fleece diaper.
we're not boys no more. We're men now.
We've gone pro-jit.
Yes, we are officially an LLC. We've never been an LLC. We've never been doing this for 6 years, and we've never been an LLC. 7 years, excuse me. Never been an LLC.
Yeah.
Now we are.
We're,
You
we're
well, we
smartened
still-
up to the game.
You know,
Yeah.
you know what that means? We get to write off these drawers as a
I don't know. I don't know how none of this shit works. But the thing is, we want this to be income. We want to invest back in ourselves and get new merch for you guys. Get merch everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
plus we got a new band on the rise.
Oh man, we got and so many different things. So look, I think we can go ahead and say like our LLC is pretty excited about it. It's called Roller Stoner Productions. Crowder come up with that.
We've been sliding our records under that name the last couple.
Well, we'd been using Roller Stoner Records,
yeah,
correct?
it's an umbrella of the
Roller
same
Stoner
thing.
Productions, okay.
But we're hoping that we can at least generate enough traction to keep doing this because it's fun. We
Yeah,
have a good
especially
time.
when we're interacting with people, because that was kind of the whole reason to want to do it.
Yeah, throwing us them curveballs is the best.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those are fun.
Because we will sit and talk about just the craziest random shit when cameras aren't rolling. We're going to do that when we're here together, unless we have, topics that people want to.
But
But
we need you. We need your help. We need you to send in your questions via text, just regular old email, or you can send in a video of yourself asking the question, or you can send in an audio recording on your voice memos on your phone, however you want to do it, and we'll play it on the episode when the question comes up. You can send all of that stuff to the Blest Boyz Pod at gmail.com. That's BLEST BOYZ pod @gmail.com. Trevor's going to be not pointing anywhere near it, but it will be on the screen
I think it's the
somewhere.
other side of you, isn't it?
it's wherever he's going to put it.
I think I'm going to put it up this time.
So, We're also on the Facebook, Blest Boyz Pod. Also on the Instagram, Blest Boyz Pod. We just figured this out. Look, there's a big ordeal over our Instagram because for whatever reason.
No, not for whatever reason. Let's tell him the goddamn truth. Andrew don't pay no fucking attention to what he's doing when he puts in a password. And our password was supposed to be this thing, and he put in like fucking what's mac and cheese made out of?
I know what mac and cheese is made out of.
Or something ridiculous.
Some other recipe, maybe.
He's thinking about dinner. And
but there ain't no way that I would put my mac and cheese recipe on the web. For anybody to take,
it's a password.
You.
It's encrypted.
It does not matter. It's too close.
Too risky.
Yeah,
I'd have to tell somebody.
Passwords get hacked all the time.
That's true.
My granny's mac and cheese recipe will not.
Yeah. Especially food-based passwords.
My grandma's jam cake got stolen 2 summers ago when the fucking the big Sony leak happened.
That's what I want to do, y'all. I want to have my granny on here, man. This poor woman, she survived 2 cancer things. Can cook like a mug. She used to make the best sweet tea.
We'll bring her on down here. We'll put her on an episode and have her cook a big old feast.
Well, I don't want to have her in here. She'll have a stroke in here right now.
That's
we gotta
true.
wait till this fucking.
We'll crack her open a wine and cool and let her have a good time.
That's true. We'll put one of those jackets that run cool water.
Yeah, keep her cool.
Keep
And you know, nothing is off limits with this podcast. That's been the number one thing we've talked about. You can send us anything you want to hear us talk about, advice. If you want to hear us just shoot the shit on anything. You can send us a picture of your butthole, and we'll discuss it. We'll rate it. You can bring your granny on if you'd like. Your granny could come sit amongst us.
Let us talk to her. Let us bend her ear a little bit.
Hell yeah.
We want this to be a podcast for the people.
Buddy, let me tell you something. If my granny was ever on here, you'd see me button up real quick. I'd got to have my best dressed on. Probably have some sort of Bible.
There wouldn't be no smokery in the air.
What
No.
are you talking about? Y'all
No.
wouldn't even be allowed to vape in here.
No.
I'm sorry. I'd have to do it like that.
But now listen to me. You can send in your questions, video, audio format, however you see fit, to the blestboyspod@gmail.com. That's blestboyzpod@gmail.com. We love you. We thank you for tuning in, hanging out with us. Stay blessed.
It ain't your Peepaw's podcast. It's the People's Podcast.
And y'all stay tuned because we got some new BBPs headed your way. And I'm not talking about big, beautiful penises. No, I'm talking about the new Blest Boyz Pod. Y'all stay with us. Stay blessed.